Another name that I want to be looking at, Northern Lights, see if they can maybe get a little something shaken for themselves. Plenty to still be seen.
We'll take a look at some of the top fraggers here. I mean, nail up at the moment for Exalt, 16 frags, top in the board compared to anybody else. You spoke about Team Liquid, and honestly, for good reason. Between them, we've got, what, 40 frags on the board between 3 players, K-Mind and Mexi on 15. We got Jimbo down there on 10. Exalt still in there, Monkey 10, Edelweiss 10, and then it comes down to, again, to be fair, Exalt all over the place, double-digit figures. WTSG just sneaking in with, actually, all of them. Miraku, Ira, and Vad, 15, 10, 10, respectively. So it kind of oh, did he just tap him out the back?
Yeah, he must have done. Morpheus is gone.
You just
don't get given those nice positions to work with instantaneously. Good covering fire coming out from Tornado Energy. However, it's not good enough because there's other people watching, and from some distance as well.
This is the team that I spoke about. Rahina are just down the road. They made the entry point and they decided to keep on going. They heard the shots and said, you know what? Well, it's time to get involved as well. Northern Lights still have the... hit him in the head. That'll knock him out of the car. Stops him for a second. Melman, you've just got to switch over and drive at this point, buddy. You ain't saving example. He's dead and gone. He's free. But unfortunately, not for much longer on game number 2. 60 players still remain. There's only 4 deaths. Here's your Reg. Might be able to get him from the bell tower. Linksy hits it on a dime, steals the point.
Was that worth it? I'd love to understand the logic and the intentions. Obviously, we don't see the information in here unless they try and go a little bit more greedy on this. Exalt going to lose out on Monkey. Bit of a shame for him. Elgiganton on the move. This is kind of towards the east of Picardo by that bit of a crater. They'd been chased down by phantoms, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, on the side of things, Exalt really are suffering. I'm not sure how they're losing out on players so readily. I'm not able to get the full picture on that one, but it seems as though they are finding not much form here. But you here, gonna have to be very careful as to when they strike. And it looks like it's go time. Now the Deep needs to be swift. He needs to land these shots cleanly. That's good work towards Linksy. Spyro now joins in. This is looking deadly against Raise Your Edge. If the nades are good, this could be game over for Raise Your Edge. They have to be so aware. And where's Batulins in this? He has to support them. He's coming up the hill, getting there as fast as he can. Help from afar. Unique comes in. That's a doozy, claiming Linksy's points. His body goes down. He's done for. And now Spyro, 1 HP. The Blues coming in the hill. Just about gets it off in time. He's a lucky boy to be alive.
That is super, super lucky. Raise Your Edge. So you know what? We've lost one and Unique coming in the distance. Let's get the hell out of there and just kind of keep what we've already got. Consolidate the team. You've lost one.
Oh, Diggery just found Batulins.
Can really do.
Northern Lights have been absolutely
Did he hit him on the road, or was he running?
battered. Batulins was holding the position the Raise Your Edge are about to rotate towards, and now the rest of the fight begins. Pokemoldoy is there. This is Unique turning up to the fight. Lost HD bites back, though. We want to see this man frag out. We want to see him in a position to do well. And with the circle going back down south, they have time to play this one out, but Unique are in a good spot, but pretty open. You can see the frags coming in, and the Northern Lights go down. They could not capitalize on the chance was in front of them, but Coldamenta way out in the blue, in the cold. Raise Your Edge, not coming out.
The hatches on these open fields. Honestly, you've kind of just got to grab whatever you can and play with it. They may take a ridgeline. Who knows? Coldamenta from the back. Here we go. This is go time.
He looks like he wants to rumble. Lost HD is on the verge of facing down against some very scary boys, though. Going to spot out one. That's going to be surely a pickup. Good connection, but not great. Does peel away from this, maybe feeling that he's about to be outnumbered. A doozy's there, a swift turn. Does ward him away for now. Lost HD now needs to work out what he wants to do. Coldamenta's gone down, so it's just him. He might go into survival mode. If Coldamenta managed to do a bit more damage, maybe he could have worked off the back and gone for the frags. Not to be the case. There's vehicles there. He might make a run for it. Here's the push coming in. Nookie holds the angle bit, gets tagged, has to fall away, find a new way to look towards the enemies here.
Rahina will have to take this fight. All of them just pile into the building. The big grenades are there. Land. Ooh, if that had gone in, that would have been devastating. We'll go for the second follow-up, potentially. Misa has the info. He counted them. Ents. This just feels like a finished standoff at the moment with Rahina be able to see Ents possibly. Lost HD did somehow. Is good. 3 HP, you lucky, lucky boy.
Now, we still have 15 teams alive. This is actually pretty wild. This is going to get pretty hairy for a lot of these teams. Ents, this isn't good. We want to see big performances from Ents, and losing Rostamar at this point is far from perfect. They were locked in that awkward south-western battle. IGN too long. that in-game name. Let's see if we're going to remember it. Exalt getting on the scoreboard here. Shiv going to start winding up a bit, but they're playing with 2. They lost out on a couple of players in a bit of a wide split, so they might not be wanting to get too much attention here, as Na'Vi finding a couple of the stragglers around the map.
I understand why Rahina will want to take this fight, just so they can move and just so they have a bit more room to be able to do so, get the vehicles and then rotate out of this scenario. They're up on the edge of the white, and that's what makes it so difficult. Generally speaking, unless they get the hard shift, the circle moves, then they're just in a completely lackluster position to rotate out of. Even if you try to evacuate and escape the building, you've got YMCA, you've got ENS, potentially Elgaganton if you want to go the way of Picado, but it all depends on the circle.
Yeah, WTSG are about to be waiting down that hillside. I don't think this is going to be too pretty for Blaze. Miraku's going to find one. That's a flush to follow. Nice little pickups. This is a slaughter out here. VOD doesn't need to overextend. It's done. They're dusted. They're out in 15th. You blink, you miss it. The new
goal. They're getting out of the backside of the building before the rest of the teams can. If they go over this hill, though, Elgaganton will be hearing that. You can see both players have now turned. Norkis, Ghost out. They have to answer this one. One player overextends a little bit too far. Marsalek, though, might be able to have the angle. We spoke about these grenades, be able to roll into the gap. Does he get out? No, not this time, but there is damage done.
Yeah, and this is horrible for Elgaganton. Temi, they're going to mop that up every day of the week, and they're holding it for now. They're not actually in the new circle, though. They have to get past Elgaganton. There's a little bit of a problem in the fact of Marsalek, as you highlighted, but they've drawn a lot of attention. You can see everyone kind of looking their way. Once they crest that hill, it could be easy pickings.
Well, I know you've always...
WTSG towards Liquid. Hold on. Here we go. Ira going down. It is game time. It's go time. If he's just been knocked. Jeeves now needs to hold the line. He gets down Vard. That's actually going to be stolen away from. That's Melman. Everyone is looking towards this. Miraku did find Jeeves. This is such a messy battle here. K-Mine going to disengage back just a touch. Has to find a way to stabilize here. The nade went towards Mexi. Liquid losing out.
13.
They've lost out on the other 2-2 split. They're burning alive. Phantom has taken this. Mexi, Ibia unsavable. K-Mine is on his own against, I'm pretty sure, WTSG here. What can he do? Phenomenal performance in the last game. Cannot deliver this time.
There is a second player there, at least to get the return frag and save him, but WTSG and Liquid, both of these teams have been smashed to bits. Liquid's off the server, unfortunately. WTSG has one player standing. At least they managed...
For now, let's see if they can get all 3 players in the same place. Oh, just at the end, Melman. Why are you ruining it?
And then stolen. This is just a...
It's pretty mad here.
What a
Na'Vi.
mess.
Now, I wanted to say what happens to a team when they don't have the perfect way in. Na'Vi had another tough way to get into this, but look at the position they've slid into. They're one of the teams who came in late and took that kind of north, I guess, western area once it kind of looked like it was moving away from Los Leones towards Picado. They were quite lucky into that. But now let's see if they can capitalize down the line. Ensa trying to hold for the kills just behind that hillside. They're going to pounce when they can. They're safe from the back for now. Now you see an Exalt making the run. That's Shiv making the mad dash. Going to try and find anywhere he can in safety. He's sending it. You got Tornado Energy fighting towards that. He could be knocked any second now. 4 HP is all he has, and he might have just made it to safety.
Squeaky's going to sit here and hope that they move. Shiv's going to get some contact rather soon. EYG are on a rotate. You can see it on the map. Shiv needs to hold this one. Get inside. Use the safety of the shack for now. Vard, Ira, Flamey Anonymous. This is good for WTSG. The smokes are up.
Diggory, get ready.
You've got a lot of ENS players waiting on this one. That is all the utility committed. They either get out of this or they're dead.
11 teams about to get cut into very few pieces. Here comes the push. Diggory's on the other side. They're running the smoke wall. He sees one emerge. He punishes them. Is there a follow-up? He doesn't need it. He's got his teammates beside them. Squeaky's there. It is a real slaughter here. And now suddenly, the man on your screen, unable to do much. What is that nade? Was that from Na'Vi? Diggory is lucky to be alive, and this might buy some room. It does! Tragedy strikes at the worst time for ENS, and I feel like I say that far too much. A swift little steal on the point, and it's good work, claiming onto the small amounts they could, but Na'Vi's starting to build up, starting to look deadly, starting to look dangerous. Lost HD finds Squeaky, fin-on-fin action, a little bit of a crime in that fact, as WTSG are working with limited numbers. I think Iro's still alive behind him, he is. Vard's getting the heal off, and they just about stay. Lost HD finally goes down, but he made it into the top 10 as a solo. Well played to stay calm under the pressure, but who's still standing? Phantom, 9 kills! Where have these guys come from? We said on day one, where were they? They weren't highlighting like this, and now they're starting to come into their own.
When you push a team up against the brink of extinction, they turn around and do wonderful things. Oh, losing Ds like that, it feels like the curse of the caster. Response will be there, though. Buster takes one down. This is good for them. They needed the points, they needed the kills. 12 kills is fantastic, coming off the back of a second placement in the previous round.
Look at this,
because they don't really know.
Everyone's prone down this ridgeline. No one wants that fight. I'm glad that it was actually Liquid who mentioned it. I think it was K-Mine said how they were kind of keeping track of the kill feed. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware in this lobby that Na'Vi are up with big numbers. And they are the team that were in that position. And this is your smart man's bet. They know where they're going. But no one's peaked Na'Vi. So Na'Vi are actually taking quite a high approach on this. They're not going towards the dangerous side of the kind of blind peak on the, I guess, backside of the hill. They're looking up and over. First bit of contact, Maybe goes down in the instant flush. No trade comes back in. All these teams are on notice. And now here we go. WTSG find the remainder of Phantoms. Buster down. Doesn't need to be flushed. They're dead. Now Na'Vi want to fold into this. They know where the information's coming from. And that's where Senya's going to strike. Ira's going to suffer for it, but Vard still stands. It's a matter of can he do anything? No. Na'Vi are swift and decisive, and we have just 2.
Yeah, this should be a simple, clean sweep. And for Na'Vi, it's just 3 points on the board. They had 6 before this engagement. They can probably make this 10 once they take down 2 players off the side of Tornado Energy, unless they do something stupid. But with the amount of room they have to play and with the amount of players, more importantly, it would be a monumental task to take down 4 players of Na'Vi. I don't care if it's a new roster. There are some big boy names on there we've seen for some time. And we know exactly what kind of level of damage they can put on.
Yeah, for Tornado Energy, if they had an Orm, if they had something to give them that one-shot big potential kind of window opening, sure. They don't, sadly. And keep your eyes on the map. Look at Na'Vi's positioning. It's complete lockout. They've sat center of the circle. This is gatekeeping 101. They need to not overpeak. They need to play it calm. They can wait for that circle to force the hand of Tornado Energy. And Tornado Energy are just trying to make something happen for themselves. And the way Na'Vi are playing this, it's going to be very hard for that to happen.
I like how you said that because, I mean, generally the AR DMR, it's the meta. It's what people do. It's generally, it's just, they're so forgiving. You can just keep on firing and keep on getting the frags. But the sniper rifles at this late game, trying to take helmets, trying to get a pick. If you've got enough players and you've got one who's just a phenomenal sniper, a phenomenal marksman, removing a scalp or 2, removing a helmet can be so critical. Take away a piece of armor, take away a piece of utility. Tornado have to put the smokes down. It's time to run. I can already see Best of Lodge cycling those grenades. The bombardment soon for Na'Vi will begin. 4 times sprays, they're good, but honestly, against 4 players of Na'Vi, I don't think this is going to be great.
No, and I don't think they found a way in. Those smokes might give them a small avenue. Let's see. Again, they've managed to stay alive for now. Melman's going to make the run. He's working for...
Ooh, bonfire.
Okay, just going to sit in the Molotov, I guess.
They're going to give it up.
To the blue.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Job done. Na'Vi, well played in the end. Got to say where it is. They held it well. They moved out as a unit. It's nothing flashy, and honestly, I know it sounds weird, but I kind of expect that from Na'Vi sometimes. They're a bit of a machine in the way they play. It's methodical. It's clinical. They're never, the crazy team. They never do something that's going to just kind of change the world. But what they do is they play